So I just want to quickly take your pulse. Brilliant. Much better than last time.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad it comes up in the pulse.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got much more balance in your body. In Chinese medicine, the face, it has a map.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
the forehead is your intestines. Around here is where women get the spots around here. In iridology, you've got a map of the body in your eyes.
Really? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, do you remember I looked into your eyes at the first consultation? Yeah. So, the irises that shows you the map of your eyes, which is what iridology is. It's reading the irises. You have to come out and do your proper iridology reading.
Yeah.
Hello, Melissa.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
So, I haven't seen you since, when was it? September.
Gosh, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So, how have you been? How are you?
Great, yeah. I'm really, really good.
Okay, you look a lot fresher and more vibrant
Oh, thank
than
you.
when I last saw you, so
Yeah.
that's really good. Okay, so last time I saw you saying your energy levels were really low, your fatigue was really bad, so how is it now?
Yeah, I think it used to come in waves, and it was just things that I took for granted were really hard to do. But slowly, since around that appointment actually, and I do think it's to do with fixing the diet, each month it has been getting better, like slowly and slowly, just getting better and better. And now, at the start of this year, I'm just feeling like I used to again.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
So, yeah, I think lots of little changes around different parts of my life have meant that, yeah, I've got so much better. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good. You do. You've got more vibrancy about you. So
Glad.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so changes to your diet? Good. What, you included lots of vegetables?
Yes, definitely. And fruits as well, yeah.
Good.
I've tried really hard to adapt my life to be able to eat better. I think I remember last time I was talking about really struggling to find the time to cook. And like there was an aspect of me being too tired to cook in there, and it was like a never-ending circle. But I found what worked for me was there's a supermarket near my work, and I kind of started eating like a little buffet style lunch. So instead of just one thing like a main and a side and then put it together, I'd get like a pack of tomatoes, a pack of this, like a sourdough piece of bread, and then I buy an avocado to put on it, and just kind of get lots of random things, an array of things, and then graze on all of that.
Yeah.
And that worked out being much easier time-wise because I just had to buy them all at once.
Yeah.
Then preparing it into a proper meal.
Good.
Yeah.
And what about in the evenings? Are you cooking now? More?
More, yeah. I could say more. I've tried a few things. I've realised cooking fish in tinfoil is really useful in that I feel like the salmon and the tinfoil and put some veggies in there and then just stick it in the oven and then go have a shower, come back and it's done.
Yeah.
So that's been a good one. If not, I will try my best to at least make whatever I'm having have some sort of vegetable on the side. So
good.
Yeah, I found just adding broccoli at least to make me feel less guilty, because now I've started to feel guilty about having the bad foods, which I didn't have that awareness before at all. So.
Well, I wouldn't say bad foods, all food has good and bad in them, but it's, eating more of the more nutritious foods that are going to do you, that's going to boost your immunity and keep you healthy.
Yeah.
So, no, good.
Yeah, I've been having lots of blueberries as well.
Excellent.
For my breakfast, or with my breakfast.
blueberries are wonderful, full of antioxidants. So they're really, really good, really a sort of superfood. So yeah, blueberries are great.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm actually on like a more superficial level as well. I heard they're really good for skin too.
Yeah, because they'd say they're full of antioxidants. So they try and get rid of the free radicals that go around your body, that your body produces anyway naturally. So blueberries, yeah, very, very good. Do you have them for breakfast in the morning?
Yeah, most days, yeah. Mostly blueberries, sometimes raspberries if I get a bit bored of the same one every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all berries are very good. Oh yeah, full of antioxidants and polyphenols and lovely good stuff. So yeah.
Cool. So is that, if you have zinc in a supplement it then helps, or is that also zinc from like foods?
Yeah, foods as well, because usually, I mean, foods, there's lots of other stuff that can help the zinc get into the cells, but if you're taking a supplement, so it's helped to have a green tea or quercetin.
Oh, that's cool to hear. Yeah, I guess one thing that actually changed since last time, I've just remembered because you said green tea. So I used to be a green tea maniac, and around, I think it was just before Halloween, I met another person who had really similar long COVID symptoms to me, at like an after party at work, and she mentioned that she'd cut out caffeine and then she'd started feeling a bit better, and I thought that never applied to me because I don't drink coffee. I just had like 5 cups of green tea a day.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I tried cutting that out completely for 3 months, and now I'm just phasing back into drinking it again.
Okay, good. How did you feel?
I mean, the first week of not drinking it, I had such bad headaches.
Yeah, caffeine withdrawal.
I felt, like a strange drug addict, like coming out of a little cave, like no sunlight or anything. But yeah, once that passed, I felt a lot better over time. I don't know though if it was just like the improvements in diet and that happened at the same time. But
both probably.
Yeah. It seemed like my body just wasn't as happy to have caffeine as it was before.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to go back to like maybe 1 cup a week on my like a treat day, which was actually today. So I just had 1 cup of green tea. But hopefully I can go back to it because it is such a good drink, and I love that it's like it tastes great, but it also is healthy. So
yeah. I mean, green tea does have a lot of health benefits. As I said to you before, it does contain caffeine, so watch how many you do drink, because you can find yourself increasing and coming up to, and then you're like, green tea. So, but and again, caffeine in small amounts is good for you, but it's when it's in, when you rely on it and you don't realise how much caffeine you're taking in, because caffeine's in other types of foods and drinks as well. So, but no, it's good that you actually did cut it out, and and you saw the difference in yourself. Now, that's probably to do with the better nutrition, but also cutting out caffeine. So, reintroduce it slowly and listen to your body. Yeah. See how you feel after it. So, yeah,
it's really eye-opening having seen how much my energy can change just from diet. It's something my awareness is now way more focused on than it ever was. Especially, I think there was this feeling I had where it's like the health issues never applied to me because I was just always healthy no matter what I ate, and then suddenly it hit me, whether it's long COVID or just the diet eventually was like, you can't eat this way anymore. But
and that's I mean, I think especially with COVID, lots of people felt like that. It's like, well, how am I getting COVID? Because I eat healthily, but you look at the diet, it's like, well, not that healthy really. But if you keep your immunity up, if you do eat nutritiously, you eat healthily. As I said to you before, 80-20 rule, 20% of the time you treat yourself, 80% of the time you follow a good healthy diet. get your immunity up, and then you won't be susceptible to all these viruses and colds going around. Not to say you'll never get them, because you will, but you won't react so badly to them. And it's eating a lot of processed food, takeaways. Yeah, they're lovely, but they're not so nutritious, not so good for the immune system.
Yeah.
So it's eating natural foods, sort of like basic foods, but you can add and make them really tasty. Lots of herbs, spices, and try out different menus, and food can be exciting again.
It can. I feel like I have done some cheats to make things a bit more exciting. Like, if I have broccoli, I do dip it in mayonnaise. But it makes me eat the broccoli. So, yeah. Still, I probably need to try some other ways of, like, cooking it, maybe in some sort of, like, spice or something. Not just mayonnaise, but, it's really exciting to be getting so much better. And yeah, I did worry about it a lot, because my mum actually ended up getting the same symptoms but a lot worse. And she's still going like through the NHS for it all, and like she's now having to get B12 injections, which apparently runs in the family, and I didn't know. So I'm very glad like I got it in a way, because now I'm very aware about my health, whereas maybe I never would have been, and it would be too late by the time I was. So yeah.
So what supplements are you taking now?
I ended up taking like this so-called smart supplement thing. I think it's called Heights or something. But it's just like a multivitamin. Like, it's got all the like main things needed, except for magnesium, which I have to take separately because it's not in it.
Okay. But what type of magnesium are you taking? Do you know whether it's magnesium citrate or
I know the
sulfate?
Brand is Together Health, but I don't know which one it is.
That's right. And anything else?
Not really on the supplement side, because it seemed that most of them were just in the Heights supplement, because I used to take the vitamin D every day, but now that's in that. And when I looked at the dosages, it seemed like that was still enough. It's so easy that I just take 2 pills of that every morning instead of the like 5 I had before.
Yeah.
And I was taking a probiotic as well in the mornings, but I just ran out, so I haven't taken that for about a few days, so I need to buy more of that.
And how is, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really energetic, where do you put your energy now?
I think today I'm probably a bit more buzzing than usual because I did have caffeine. But yeah, like a solid 8.
Oh, well, that's...
I don't know what I said before, but...
You've doubled it because it was 4 last time.
Oh gosh, that's great.
So that's really good.
Oh, that's really good.
And how's work? How's the stress levels?
Trying to think, when I came last time, September, I actually just went through a very similar period of stress to exactly when I was last here, because I had 2 big events on at work, and it just finished yesterday, and I think last time I came here I was in the middle of a big event as well. And this time I coped with it so much better.
Good.
Just because the energy levels, and also like emotionally, I don't know if the diet affects emotions or something. Yeah. Just like way more calm or like collected, yeah. Whereas I think last time I was a bit more prone to like tears and stuff, so yeah. Yeah,
food has an effect on every part of your body. So, it's if you put bad nutrition in, that food has to give every cell of your body energy, has to give it vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, so it has to give you, it has to it's like it's like putting oil into a car.
Yeah.
If you put low grade oil into a car, it's still going to go, but it's going to chug along.
Yeah.
And it's not going to go as fast. It's not going to go as smoothly. And it probably won't go as far.
Right.
So same with food in the human body. If you put bad nutrition into the human body, yes, your body will still get nutrition, but it won't get the best. It won't function as well as it can do. It will go hiccups. Your mood will go up and down. Your health will go up and down instead of like running smoothly. So yeah, food it affects every part of your body, emotionally, physically, spiritually. So and it affects the mind as well. So, I mean, I don't know if you saw that documentary about the bloke eating all the McDonald's for a while.
We were made to watch that in school, so I really remember it from science class.
And look how his mood went down.
Gosh, yeah. I should really rewatch it. It's been a good 10 years since I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember his wife was a nutritionist, and I thought that was a very tense relationship.
Yeah. But, you do watch it again, and, you see how his mood really goes down and down.
Right.
Until he feels quite, with the anxiety increases, mood swing increases, the bad tempers increases. He just doesn't feel well, and he's not functioning properly. The brain fog, because your body's not getting the nutrients, the brain's not getting the nutrients.
Yeah.
So food does have an amazing effect on the physical body as well as the emotional body. So the better your immune system is, the healthier you are, the happier you're going to be, and emotionally as well, and the more you're able to deal with stress.
Yeah, I can really feel that. Like, it's crazy how, like, on some level I knew that diet was important, and yet until our consultation I never twigged that was the issue. So I remember I came in the symptoms I had were very long COVID but it never occurred to me that it wasn't just long COVID coming at me, it was probably also diet. And it's so obvious now I can think about it, of course everything I put in my mouth every day is gonna affect all parts of me, but till I hear you saying it, I'm like,
So apart from the fatigue, which you say has got better,
definitely.
Are you getting any shortness of breath, muscle aches, pains?
Not any abnormal ones at all. The only time I was slightly off was it late November, after I'd not been having the caffeine for a while. I suddenly one day had a massive craving for green tea and had quite a few cups all at once, and then suddenly I was really kind of dizzy and had a bit of almost a hot flush feeling, similar symptoms to what I used to get in the afternoon, but that was definitely caffeine related. So other than that, I've been fine. And now I'm just limiting it to 1 cup whenever I have a treat day.
I mean, caffeine, as I say, is good, but if you do drink too much, and you can have caffeine overdoses, and it does affect your mental ability, your mental cognitive abilities. It affects your physical ability as well. So people can drink too much caffeine, and it will affect their mental health as well as their physical health, and you can get sort of hallucinations. Your body can tremble. You can get anxiety.
I did get trembles,
Yeah.
God.
So it's probably because you cut it out and your body wasn't used to it, and then you just not one. How many cups? 3, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you sort of doused yourself in caffeine. Your body's going, what are you doing?
So do you build an endurance to it if you have it every day for because I must have had it for 10 years straight, that amount daily. Does your body just get used to it, I guess?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like anything. If you take it daily, your body gets used to it, you can deal with it. But if you cut it out completely for, some time and then take it again, your body's going to you will feel the effects, even just a small bit.
Gosh, yeah. Oh.
So and then, if you just increase slowly. Don't drown yourself in it.
Yeah, I don't want to cut it out entirely, not just because it's, I think the reason I originally started drinking it all those years ago was because I knew it was a health drink, and then I just got very addicted to the flavour, because it's just really refreshing. But also I do Japanese tea ceremony on the side. I have to drink lots of matcha for that, so I need to get slowly back used to it, so I don't want my body to freak out every time I'm at tea ceremony class.
Exactly. Introduce it slowly and have a little bit each day. Yeah. I did email you lots of information last time.
Yeah.
Did you find it interesting? Was it helpful to you?
Yeah, it was really helpful to have the different types listed down. I don't remember all of them off by heart, but there's the acidic ones and all the salty ones, I think the only thing I probably haven't changed so much was the yoghurt, because I really, really like Greek yoghurt for breakfast, but I do try I had a tablespoon of flax seeds, because I heard that was good.
Yes.
And then I have my blueberries on another dish at the side. So
Good. Yeah.
But I actually wasn't actively trying to cut out bananas, but somehow did, now I think about it. Haven't really been eating bananas. And I think that came up last time. So, they were mucus
forming, so just don't have them every day.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And how's your sleep been?
Yeah, so I actually, when I was still struggling a bit, I actually got an Apple Watch, because I thought it would be good to kind of track my health on it in case I was going to get bad again. At least I had some data to base it off. And then I started getting better, so I didn't really need it. But it does let me track my sleep on there, and it's really cool. I can see all my deep sleep and when I wake up in the night, and I am getting most nights a good 8 hours.
Good.
So yeah, I think if I don't get 8 hours I feel like crap, but I am sleeping 8 hours most nights.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Yeah, it amazes me that everyone's so different, because I think I have some friends that sleep 6 hours every night and they're fine. But if I don't get 8, I can't focus on anything. So
so everyone's individual, so it depends what they can cope with and what they're used to. Yeah. But no, that's good that your sleep has got better. And what about in the evenings? Before you said you were coming home from work and you really just wanted to crash.
Yeah.
Has that improved, or are you still feeling absolutely knackered?
Much better. I can actually do chores and stuff in the evening if I need to. I don't want to, but if there is stuff to get done, even to do with editing videos and stuff, when I get home I still can have the energy to do it if I need to.
Good.
Yeah. I prefer to rest, but it's not a need anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is...
That's really good.
It's so good, because I used to get quite tired from the journeys, especially for filming and stuff, and that's just entirely gone now. There's more of this, let's go to a new part of London kind of mentality, so it's,
that's really good. Really pleased.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I feel all these I can answer so positively.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. And what about your temperature? Because you said before that you kept having a rise in temperature occasionally.
Yeah, I haven't been noticing it at all, to the extent that I still got my thermometer in my bag all the time, but I'm not having to kind of get suspicious and like check, because I don't feel the kind of hot flush feeling anymore. So yeah, I assume it's normal. But
good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think after our consultation there were a few evenings where I did get like they're always low grade temperatures, and I just always sleep them off, and I guess it was whatever I had getting slowly better it was more like short bursts of the temperatures rather than them happening all the time. So
good.
Yeah.
And any muscle pains in your lower legs? Did you have them before?
None that felt like that, where they were kind of like I hadn't done any exercise or anything to cause them. Now it's just if I've like walked a lot in one day when I don't usually, then I'll just, yeah.
Okay, good. So they're normal aches and pains.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, the biggest difference I noticed is that I can actually take walks on my lunch break again now, whereas before I was always having to stop myself like doing kind of any physical exercise, because that would wear me out so quickly. But I can walk now if I need to or want to. So
Good.
yeah, it's good.
No, that's really good. And the thing is, though, especially people who have had long COVID, and you probably have, don't push yourself too much.
Right.
Don't think, oh, I've got lots of energy now.
Okay.
And then try and go back to what you were doing before you had COVID. It's still, you still need to pace yourself.
Okay.
So, and it's the same with people who have ME and chronic fatigue, because long COVID is very, very similar to that.
Right.
So, you get a bit of energy, you think, great, rush off, and then you're like, oh no, I feel like terrible again, and you collapse.
Yeah.
But, you have real big dips rather than just little ones. So, do watch yourself, but it's great that you're able to have walks. And walking's great because you can slow down, if you're feeling a bit tired or a bit bushed, and you think, no, I'll take a slow walk rather than a fast walk.
Yeah.
But exercise is very good, and if you can increase it slowly, then that's good. Yeah. Because you're more likely to be able to cope with it and endure it more if you increase slowly, rather than think, got my energy back to the gym, back to this, back to that. No.
Yeah.
Do increase it slowly and reintroduce exercise slowly.
Right, yeah, that's good to hear, because I don't think I was kind of excited and then rearing to go a bit. So yeah, probably needed to hear that. Not that, I don't think I'm going to be signing up for the gym anytime soon, but...
No, but it's just, just be aware. Yeah, it's great that you can do, go for lovely walks at lunchtime, whereas you weren't able to do September, October, November, 4 months ago. So it's, you'll get to that point now that you can, and then maybe, you're starting to feel a bit better in the evenings, but that's good. So, you've still got a way to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but just reintroduce, a little exercise more and more, but don't go mad.
Yeah.
Don't go into the marathon yet.
Yeah. God, no. Don't worry, I wouldn't anyway. Good, yeah.
Are you still waking up in the night?
Not really, not unless I've drunk loads of water. Actually more likely to be like an hour or so before I'm meant to wake up now, for some reason, all the time.
Okay.
I just do drink a lot of water before I sleep.
And what time do you usually wake up then?
7:30.
So you're waking up about 6:30 usually now then?
Yeah, I think if I do manage to catch the time, it usually is about that, yeah. But then I do go back to sleep straight away, so...
Okay. And what about any headaches?
Not so much recently. I have been wearing my glasses a lot more when I'm working at the computer, which seems to be helping. I also, on the computer at work, have put it in like night mode, even during the day, so that it's just, I think it's more warm or something on the eyes. It's more orangey,
Yeah.
And I do think that's probably had a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for one of the events I did recently, I had to borrow a small laptop and use that, and I couldn't work out how to change the brightness on there, and that was definitely, I could feel the eye strain by the end of the day. So I do think there's a difference since I've changed that. So.
You can also get some screens that you could put on your computer or laptop screen that helps with shutting the blue light out. I got some for, I think it was Amazon, and you can get them different sizes to actually fit the correct size of your laptop or computer. So maybe ask your boss, because they should buy stuff like that if you ask them to protect your eyes and stuff. And have a look into it, because they're not that expensive either.
Right.
And you just literally just stick it. You've got the screen, you just stick it over here.
Oh, okay.
And it's a clear, sort of like Perspex cover, but it's not.
Screen protector almost. Yeah.
But it helps to shut out the blue light.
Oh, I didn't know those existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have a look at that, because they're really good. So you just stick it over, and you have to make sure you've got no bubbles. So you have to lightly.
Yeah. Oh, it really is. I have something on my phone that's just like that, but just to protect it. I didn't realise you could get.
Yeah, and you can get things same for your mobile phone as well.
Right. Oh, that would be really useful. I wonder if it works as a screen protector at the same time. I'm sure it exists.
Yeah.
I might look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, have a look.
Yeah.
But to say, for computer at work, ask your boss, and they might even get one for every computer, because they're not that
It help
expensive.
everyone.
Yeah. You say, well, if it helps my eyesight, it's going to improve my work.
Yeah.
They can have one day.
Efficiency.
Yeah, but have a look into that.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's, everything's been positive, because, say, when you saw me in September, you were really getting headaches, muscle pain in your lower legs, your fatigue was really bad, chest pain. How's your chest pain? You getting any chest pains at all?
No.
So they're gone, so that's good. You weren't waking up feeling refreshed. How are you still waking up feeling unrefreshed, or was that improved?
I suppose it's improved, if I had to choose one or the other. I mean...
Good, good. Temperatures have really gone, so, the fatigue and the muscle pains, which you were mainly complaining of, they've really, really improved.
Really, yeah.
So what you've been doing has obviously been helping you, so well done.
It's so great to be able to say it as well, like, that it's got better, because, I think this is helping me reflect on how bad it was, because it's quite easy to not forget how
We do forget. Yeah. So, but it's good. I mean, I did say to you at the end of the last consultation that if the diet didn't work out, then I would prescribe herbs, but I didn't want to prescribe herbs at that time, because I thought I really wanted to see you change your diet and see what improvement that would make. And obviously you've done wonders.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you brought my attention to it. I did come in like, I'm going to get some sort of interesting herbs to try health, and not really realising that there was a good step to try out first.
Yeah.
I'm quite glad about, because I know I think for some people it probably really helps them, but it can be quite pricey to keep relying on them. So I'm so glad you advised me on the diet first, because it's really helpful to know that that's where my issue was.
Yeah, because I could have prescribed herbs, and then you wouldn't really have changed your diet, because you would have been relying on the herbs to do the work. I'm just thinking, diet's fine, I'll just change a little bit.
Yeah.
But I really wanted you to address your diet, because that's how you're going to live for the future. You've got to realise that you do need a healthy diet to be healthy.
Yeah, and just for like long term, like we say lifespan and things like that, I'm sure it affects all of that. So yeah, I did get into reading a lot of books as well after, like about healthy eating, and God, there was one book that I can't, by Tim Spector, but I can't remember the title, but it was almost like explaining how a lot of the misconceptions we have about healthy eating, where some of us do think we're eating healthy, but aren't, like the idea of almost counting calories a bit too much and not really thinking about what you're eating.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I've got very into all of that literature as well.
Yeah,
so.
I mean it's when people say, "Oh, I'm dieting," it's like, "Oh, please don't say that." It's like, no, just try and change your diet to a healthy diet.
Yeah.
Don't say I'm dieting, because that means you're just you're cutting foods out, you're ignoring the good foods, and you're trying to eat. People on diets just limit themselves to a small like food source, and it's like, no, I can't eat that, but I can only eat this, and then it's not going to last.
Yeah.
It's really not going to last. Yes, they may lose weight short term, but then they usually end up putting more weight on when they come off the so-called diet.
Yeah.
So it's more healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, and changing your perceptions of food.
Yeah.
And
I think also I keep trying to tell myself to have a variety as well, because it's the same with clothes actually, like I'm very into like habits. I always do the same thing, which I guess is fine, but it's probably better to not just eat one healthy food, but have a few of the different ones for dinner. Like broccoli every day, I'm sure is great, but it'd be nice to change it to other vegetables too.
Yeah, there's lots out there.
Yeah. I feel like it's just so easy to think like of one of them all the time, just like wearing a school uniform, it's like broccoli. But try and remember, like, no, there's butternut squash, there's like all these different ones you can try out. So
I mean, like peas and carrots.
I don't like peas though.
You don't like peas? Okay.
I tried. I can have the like edamame stuff, so I'm trying my best to have similar ones, or sugar snaps. So yeah. It's my one thing I can't do though, green peas.
Okay, well, don't even think about it.
But carrots are lovely.
Yeah, but just maybe once a week or maybe once a month. Think, right, I'm going to introduce a new food to my diet.
Yeah.
And have a look at the stores, have a look at cookbooks, have a look online. Just think, right, which one do I fancy this month?
Yeah, new challenge.
And if you don't like it, don't have it again. But if you do like it, then introduce it. And it's not you don't have to eat it every day. But it's like introducing new foods, and it's like introducing new tastes, and you suddenly, the whole world opens up to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yes, I like this, I like that, but no, I don't like that. Definitely don't like that. Not having them again. But it's not until you try different foods that you realise, how limiting your diet could be if you didn't.
Yeah, and I'm surprised because as someone that really does like fast food, and like I still do, I actually seem to have less of a craving for it now that maybe it sometimes actually does taste quite like more salty than it did before. I don't know if my taste buds have changed, but like as someone that was always having it, I understand how yummy it is, but like somehow now the vegetables, they're just as tasty. Like you always get so many more flavours on a dish than I had before, which is just as fun an experience, and it's actually nice to have some colour there.
Yes.
Other than beige. Yeah, I think Christmas brought my attention to how I used to eat, because there was a lot of beige foods, and I was like, where's all the colour? That's been nice.
Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Well done.
Wow.
I'm very pleased.
Yeah. With the herbs then, is that almost similar to like with the supplements where you're trying to get the different variety into your diet? Did the herbs then kind of try and do that role instead?
No, really. I mean, the herbs would, with the diet, as I said before, you know, it gives you the nutrients, you know, a healthy diet gives you the nutrients that your body needs.
Yeah.
The herbs, I wanted to see how your energy improved.
Yeah.
And how your symptoms did improve with changing your diet.
Yeah.
Before I sort of like prescribed herbs. Herbs will help you with your energy.
Right.
With the muscle pain, with the fatigue.
Right.
All the symptoms that you came to me with, they would have helped you with that. But what I didn't want you to do is think, okay, I rely on the herbs to do that, not the food to do that.
Yeah.
It's the same. If you come back and said, right, okay, fatigue has increased, you know, but not nearly as much as I wanted it to. You know, I've still got muscle pains, I've still got this, I've still got that. Then I would have gone, okay, and you changed your diet, that's fine, you know, so you've done that. Then I would like, okay, now I want to prescribe you some herbs.
Right.
But the herbs would have given you the energy, helped with the muscle fatigue, and also, because they're full of vitamins and minerals, that they would also given you nutrition as well.
Right.
Okay. So, so what I wanted to do is see how you went with the diet, and I'm very pleased the way you've responded, and
Yeah. It's not just me getting healthier, it's also just I found it suddenly like a field of interest has opened up to me as well. Like with the herbs, I'm just like almost like genuinely interested in it now as like a subject as well. And so I mean,
I hope you include herbs in your cooking.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's some wonderful qualities in herbs. I mean, what herbs do you use?
I was going to say, is parsley good? Because I love parsley.
Parsley is very good for the bladder and for the urinary system.
And I'm still drinking nettle tea.
Good. Great blood tonic.
Yeah. I had thyme tea, but it was quite a strange flavour, so I didn't stick with that habit.
But thyme's very good for the lungs and the throat, and it's a great antiviral and antibacterial herb as well.
Ooh, okay. I've got some basil on my balcony.
Yep, that's great.
Yeah, I've had some pasta. Gosh, what else have I got? Turmeric's not a herb, is it?
Yes, it's a spice.
Right.
But that again, great anti-inflammatory herb, spice. We would say it's herb because I'm a herbalist, so I use it as a herb.
Right, okay.
But it's, very good anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant. It's some fantastic studies done with turmeric against cancer, against lots of different chronic illnesses. Right. So it's a really, really good, Yeah,
I guess inflammation is something, if anything helps that. Yeah, I have thought about trying I think you can do some sort of like turmeric latte sort of things, and I would want to try. When
you have that, always add a little bit of black pepper.
Okay.
And you need to take, so if you have turmeric, and you don't include it in your cooking, if you just have it like a spice on its own, always have it with some fat, because it needs fat to dissolve and absorb in your body. And the black pepper also helps it to absorb into your body as well. So always have it, with milk, coconut milk or something like that, and a little sprinkle of black pepper.
Oh, okay.
Because then your body will actually absorb it better.
Because of the fat in it.
Yeah.
So if you had it with hot water, would that be like?
Hot water. I mean, hot water is fine, but you still need it with some form of small piece of fat. A little bit of oil, coconut oil, or eat something
at the same time.
And a bit of black pepper as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Otherwise, you don't get the full benefits of it.
Right. Yeah. Because I guess it's not going to be the most delicious thing.
No, it's not with hot water. No, it's nice with milk. So let's say latte or coconut milk.
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be quite nice and sweet as well as like a treat. Maybe cinnamon, I think I've heard, is quite nice and winter time to add to it. So.
Yeah, I mean, cinnamon's great. Cinnamon really balances blood sugar levels.
Yeah, it's so interesting hearing all these things. In my mind, they were like treats at Starbucks, like cinnamon. I never really thought of it as having health benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I think that sounded very dumb.
No. It's. I mean, again, this is one of the reasons why I wanted you to change your diet for you to be enthused about vegetables and herbs and spices and all herbs and spices, they have different actions on the body, and this is why lamb and mint. Lamb is heating, mint is cooling. So that's why you have mint and lamb together, because again it helps to digest better in the body. And you have, different, if you look up cookery recipes and the herbs and the spices with these types of meats or fish, it's usually for a reason. So not just because they taste good together, but there is usually a health benefit from that.
And like a synergy there, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah. But I mean, in Ayurveda, their theories and their cooking, their way of life, they use turmeric a lot because of the health benefits, both culinary as well as medically. So I mean, coriander is very good. Coriander and cumin both help to dispel wind in the body.
Okay.
So after you go to a Indian restaurant,
right,
and they give you little seeds at the end of the meal, fennel, cumin, coriander, might be a couple of others, but they all help to dispel wind in the body and help digestion.
Oh, to help like the curry that you've just eaten. Oh,
and that's why you do have a lot of, when you have meats, cumin and coriander help to break down, and ginger help to break down and ease the digestion. Yeah. Because meat's very tough to actually break down in the body. So, but if you cook it with spices such as ginger, cumin, coriander, they help it to break down in the body, and it's easier for you to digest. Right. So there's lots of reasons why you have these spices with certain foods.
Yeah, I actually think I vaguely knew about the ginger one, because I heard it's really warming as well for poor circulation and stuff, like in winter, to help.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, fresh ginger is very good for peripheral circulation, and the powdered ginger, dried ginger, is very good for digestion.
Oh, there's a difference. Oh, okay. Well, I think I often get the dried version then, as opposed to the actual. But
again, I mean, they both help digestion, but the fresh is better for peripheral circulation. So if you're if you get cold hands and feet in the winter, have fresh ginger tea. So you grate or chop the fresh green ginger into the boiled water, and that will really help you with the circulation.
Would the ginger in tea bags, do you think that would be the ground one? Or
that's probably the ground one.
Right, okay. Yeah. So I guess you have to do it yourself if you want the
Yeah. It depends how posh the tea bags are.
That's true, if I get a really fancy one.
You can get some that do have the roots in.
Right.
So that's good. But just the normal ginger and lemon tea bag, that's probably ginger root.
Yeah, the one they say is good ginger when you
powder,
have a cold. Yeah.
But I mean, ginger's great for the colds as well, because so it's fascinating, all these herbs and spices, what they can all do.
It's like medicine in a way. I know that's probably what things like Ayurveda and stuff are based on. But I just feel like almost everything's like a little medicine for a different thing. And
So excellent. So so I'm really pleased with your progress. So I don't think you need any herbs at the moment. I'm quite happy for you to go out, because you look so much better. You look so much more vibrant. So
that's so good to hear.
Yeah, and the feedback you've given me, I really don't think you need any herbs.
Yeah, no, I think I'm more interested now in just like I was just interested in like how they work almost, like hearing that they still have like the nutrients and stuff in it. I guess it is like comparable to what you're getting from the foods. So I assume if someone probably couldn't change their diet, maybe if they had like kidney or liver issues or something like that.
It's not every client that I say that to, because obviously everyone comes to me with different issues. But if they really, if the diet is really bad, I obviously do try and or obviously say, look, you do need to change your diet. But I do get patients occasionally that have really good diets and they still have problems. So there's ways. I do prescribe herbs. Depending on what somebody presents with. Yeah. There's.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good to be aware of. I think I'm gonna try as well. Like now that I feel like I'm slowly getting more. I keep saying aware so many times, but more focused on my diet and like educated about it. I definitely want to try and also help my mum and see if I think she's going through a lot of things right now, like maybe potentially pre-diabetes and stuff like that. So hopefully I can also let
diet's so important. She's pre-diabetic.
It was tough at Christmas. I say that.
I mean, cinnamon will help her. Helps balances the blood sugar levels.
Right. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have that. So I think at least with me, I'm not very, other than green peas, like not very fussy with it. So I think educating myself, I also hope to like spread the awareness to also my boyfriend around me and other people who are probably, they're always struggling in a similar way but are a lot more rigid to change. So I think it's really nice knowing those little sort of hacks of like telling her to increase cinnamon and things like that if she's willing to.
Does she eat a lot of carbs?
Well, she's cut them out now that the doctor's told her to. So, I think she's trying her best to eat like loads of rye bread because she still loves bread. So that's the one thing she's still having. But lots of anything on the green list and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I mean, there's lots of information out there, especially about diabetes, and there's some great herbs that can help. It helps stimulate the pancreas, help with insulin resistance. There's plenty of information out there. It's just whether she'd listen.
Yeah, it's good to think about it though, because I mean now, I think I probably mentioned on the forms last time, but my gran has it, my aunt, and now she's coming along, so it's good to think about it for the future as well.
Well, exactly, for your health, because if you it is in the family, so you've got to watch your sweet tooth, got to watch your the carbs.
Yeah, I love carbs.
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
Don't know what to do without my rice.
You just it's proportions as well, isn't it? It's how much you eat and how often you eat them. And what type you eat. Because there's, if she eats complex carbs, they're much, much better than the empty carbs.
Which one? Complex carbs?
Complex carbs, like whole grain.
Right, okay.
Whole grain foods rather than white breads and white cakes, which just empty carbs. Because, they give you a spike, like sugar does, they give you a spike in energy, but then you're back down again. And they don't actually give you any nutrition or any real, any health.
Right, it just tastes good and fills you up a bit.
Yeah.
Is sourdough the good one then? Or
Sourdough's good,
Okay.
Sourdough's great because that has a culture in it. So that's also like a probiotic food, so that's really good. But the normal white flour products... as I said to you before, they're the mucus forming foods, white flour products. They're what we call empty carbs because they've got no real nutritional value. Right. They just taste nice.
I'm guessing white rice fits in that category.
White rice, I mean, the best, white rice can be. It's not as bad as white bread.
That's good.
Basmati rice is probably the best type of white rice.
Okay. Oh, I love the like sticky rice they usually
The sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Well,
good.
because that's quite glutinous. Because they add but basmati is probably the best white rice for you. But wild rice, black rice, red rice,
Black rice,
brown rice, yep. Get all different types of rice. Go and visit a good Chinese supermarket.
Yeah, I didn't know. I know you could get. I think I've seen purple before, in like Korean food. I didn't know you could get black rice. It's really cool. Yeah, I have to go searching for these. That'll be one of my monthly challenges.
Yeah.
Black rice.
Yeah, introduce a new food and go to a new different food supermarket.
Yeah, try new things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to try sauerkraut actually, so I definitely need to go to a European kind of one.
Polish shop?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I love Polish food.
Yeah, sauerkraut's great. It's good for give you lots of good bacteria in your gut again. So it's good for the immune system. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I think I do seem to really like. I don't think I've ever had a fermented food I didn't like. So yeah, quite lucky with that. Willing to have it. Yeah, again, my mum would never put anything like kimchi near her. It's too smelly. But yeah, it's good. I'm getting all the good foods if I buy some sauerkraut. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to quickly take your pulse.
Just take it off. Yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent. Everything's steady.
That's good.
Yeah, much better than last time.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad it comes up in the pulse.
Yeah, you've got much more balance in your body.
Oh, that's good to hear it on like a physical level as well.
You will find when you eat lots of carbs and fast foods and stuff, you'll feel it, and your energy levels will drop, and you'll just feel.
Yeah.
And so you asked about food. How's it affect you emotionally?
Yeah.
There you go. That's and you will notice it. Now you're aware, or more aware of what food can do to you. You will notice changes when you eat certain foods. And you'll suddenly think, why am I feeling like that? Why am I feeling? Oh yeah, that's because I had like quite a lot of fast food yesterday or today, the last 3 days, or and it's it will click. You'll realise and think, oh no, yeah, and then I do. Say I'm on holiday, and that's not the best when you go on holiday sometimes because you don't know what foods to eat. And then so you just go for like what you know. Yeah. And then I come out and just like craving vegetables. Just absolutely craving vegetables. I think, why am I? Because I haven't really eaten much. I had a few salads. Yeah. But not vegetables. Right. And because I'm I don't eat. I am quite healthy. I'm not perfect. No one is. Yeah. But if I don't eat vegetables right, my body really does crave vegetables, and I'm just like, oh God, I could just eat a plate of vegetables, Yeah. But now you're more aware of what your body's like. So your bowels would be better, because your digestion's better. Yeah. Your liver's thanking you for it. Your stomach's thanking you for it. Everything's thanking you for it, and it's the change in diet can have an amazing effect. Yeah. So you will notice that, and you'll notice when you eat certain foods. Listen to your body. Listen to how it actually reacts, and whether it likes it or not.
Definitely. I found as well with when I feel the lack of vegetables, I do get a similar thing of like this craving to have them, And if that does come at a point where sometimes I can't eat at home, I have found that I do just try and find some sort of like boiled vegetables on the menu somewhere to at least get it in, even if it costs a bit more, because I do feel my body does seem to thank me for it.
Yeah, that's good, because you're now listening to your body.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I thought about, actually, as we were talking about that, the other thing I've had a lot less of is alcohol, which I also think has made a difference. I don't know what in that triggered my memory about that, but I hadn't really thought about drinking being something that was making. I don't really drink that much, but at any like social events where people are drinking, I would just go along with it. But now I just have water, and it's fun anyway. So, and I do feel so much better if I don't drink. So I have basically cut that out as well.
Yeah.
So
Good.
Also that. And probably the alcohol as well, but because I cut that out as well, my skin has been so much clearer. Which it's not perfect, but the spots, when I do get them, there's so much less of them, and it's so nice.
And it will also be because of the change in diet, because you're not eating so many fast foods and processed foods. So your skin will be a lot clearer. Yeah,
like I've always known, I think, since lockdown, that whenever I get a breakout, it is very sugar related. Sugar seems to give me acne. But even though I really did lower sweet foods, and that was, even last time I was already eating a lot less sweet foods because I just knew they would give me spots, and that was good enough motivation to not eat them for me. I never really thought that I must have been getting a lot of sugar in the fast foods I was having.
Yeah.
So cutting that out probably really helped the acne as well. So yeah, it's another good thing.
And also because you mentioned your bowels are much better, performing much better. So you're eliminating the toxins from your body by normal means. And it's usually if people become congested and constipated, they're not getting rid of the toxins that were like the normal channels. So it comes out of the skin.
Right. Okay.
So, just by changing your diet, drinking more water, it helps flush out the toxins in the natural way rather than having to come out via the skin.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's another good thing.
Yeah,
it's all very interconnected, isn't it?
Yeah. But this is it, everything's connected. You do something and it's going to affect not just one part of the body, the whole body.
Yeah.
So, you cut your finger, you bleed, you get inflammation, you get signals going around all your body, around your brain saying there's an injury.
Yeah.
Everything goes around, all the signals and everything. So your whole body is aware that your finger's cut, not just your finger.
Right.
So what I'm saying is everything is connected, everything.
Right, yeah.
But we just forget that everything is connected because you think, oh yeah, I've got spots on the skin.
Yeah.
Must be something to do in the period, or sugary foods.
Mm.
Yes, and it could well be both. It could be hormonal and it could be sugary foods. But it's your hormones, because obviously your hormones are, especially around the period time, can go up and down, and it can affect your skin. But also it's because a lot of the time your toxins are not eliminating properly through the normal channels. So then the toxins have to go somewhere, so they're coming out via the skin.
Right.
But your hormones are flooding your body. They go all around your body. They start in the pituitary glands and around there, and the thyroid. So it's affecting everything. Affects every part of your body.
So it explains why there's so many symptoms, I guess, of like really random things. Yeah. Why would they come out on the face? I guess some people get spots in different areas.
Yeah. The face isn't the normal one. But again, the face, I don't know if you've done any Chinese, but in Chinese medicine, what's it Chinese? The face, you know, it has a map.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the forehead is your intestines. Around here is I can't remember now, but that's where usually around where women get the spots around here, because that's where all the female organs, part of the organ, the female organs relate to.
Oh wow.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is where the only ones I'm still getting are here. I haven't been getting them anywhere else, which would line up with
Yeah, and they're probably
the ones that are left.
to yeah.
Yeah. That's fascinating. Yeah, I have seen those sort of charts before, and they're really interesting.
Yeah.
How it lines up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love like the idea of Chinese medicine and stuff. It's very broad, but it's so interesting.
It is. It's fascinating, and you know, it's like everywhere. You know, reflexology. You've got a foot of the body on the sole of your feet.
Yeah.
Iridology. You've got a map of the body in your eyes.
Really? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, do you remember I looked into your eyes in the first consultation? Yeah. So, you know, the irises that shows you the map of your eyes, which is what iridology is. It's reading the irises.
That's so cool. Yeah, because I remember you telling me some of the things you saw, but I didn't really know it was like a whole kind of genre of reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. That is so cool. Yeah.
No, you have to come out and do your proper iridology reading.
Yeah. Wait, is it like palm reading and stuff where there's like a whole, like the different lines mean things?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole map of the iris. So like, yeah, it's mapped out. So
that's fascinating.
So there's your pupil.
Yeah.
There's your iris around here. Now the top relates to the brain. I mean, you've got different sides. Obviously, that's the right and that's the left. So on the right, you've got, say, liver, because obviously you've only got one liver, which is on the right side of your body.
So it lines
up.
up.
On the left, it would be the gallbladder. But you've got heart and lungs around here. You've got a little bit of heart and lungs around here. Around the outside of the pupil, you've got the stomach area. And then it spreads out, but each zone means something, and each organ is mapped around in each iris of each eye.
I never see. Yeah, it's kind of, it reminds me of reflexology a bit, with the like you said, with the points.
Yeah.
Is that like a Western thing, or is that from Chinese medicine, or did it originate?
No, it is more Western. So yeah, I mean Chinese. Yeah, some Chinese do iridology, but it's more of a Western.
But
lots of but there's been lots of studies done in Eastern European and Russia as well. But yeah, there's more and more people around the world getting to know iridology. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I know about it now. I've genuinely gone my whole life without hearing that. Like I knew probably my eyes were showing something when you said last time, but I didn't know there was a whole kind of methodology.
A whole
behind
map,
That's
sort
so
of like
cool.
yeah, and they'd say the colour of your eyes, the colour of the irises means something.
Yeah.
The structure of the fibres means something.
Wow.
So yeah, but yeah, the body is mapped out.
That is so cool.
Right and left, and so obviously you've only got a liver that shows in the right.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
then
the same with
gallbladder.
feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on the same side.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
And all the organs are in there.
So cool. Do things like, if you have like I can't remember which eye it's on, I have like a freckle on one of them, would that be like unrelated then?
Is that on the actual iris?
No, on the white bit,
the white bit,
yeah.
the sclera.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't do sclera reading, but yeah, I mean, how long's the freckle been there?
I think my whole life.
Oh.
I only noticed recently because of one of the eye exams I did. They told me I've got a little freckle on there, so.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously means something to people who read sclerology.
Oh my god, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's ways of reading the body. It's the same about, the face. Your face has a mapping, your eyes have a mapping. Palm reading?
Yes, yeah, I've had
reflexology.
Palm reading and face reading so far on the channel, and people loved those. So I think there's something really fascinating about like learning about yourself from what people can read. And, yeah, it's fascinating about watching it as well. I think so. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I found out about a new one. So it sounds very good for the kind of things I film. So wow.
So there you go.
Oh.
So anyway, so yes, I'm happy with your progress.
Oh, that's great.
And I don't think you need any herbs. So you just continue with, eating healthily, introduce new foods, and have a look at different recipes and go hunting, food hunting.
Yeah, you're trying to...
And explore different types. But yeah, and do read. Like you said, you've already started reading up about healthy diets and things like that. But there's a lot of science out behind diet and nutrition. So there's a reason for everything.
Yeah, definitely. Like I love anything to do with longevity as well. So I think those will be my next ones to be reading to see long term how to sustain a good diet for kind of living longer and stuff.
Yeah. So that's it. That's where the antioxidants come in and everything like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad it was a positive video.
Yeah.
And consultation as well. So, yeah, I'm so glad. Thank you.
No, you do, but you do look really well. You do look a lot more vibrant.
Oh, it's always nice to hear. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm pleased that you followed my advice.
Oh yeah, me too, honestly. Yeah, I'm glad I stuck with it.
Yeah. No, definitely. So that's good. I mean, if you want, I can email you some information about herbs and culinary herbs.
Yeah, that would be great.
And what foods they go with and why, sort of things. So I do have some stuff on the laptop at home.
Yeah,
So just for
that would be really interesting because I do kind of always have the same ones. So it'd be nice to branch out with those as well.
Yeah.
Not just parsley.
Yes.
I do love parsley.
Parsley's lovely.
Yeah, I think
It's very good. Yeah, I will do that for you, no worries.
Thank you.
Okay.